Hi there, I'm Rick Finbo, and I'm coming to you all the way from the beautiful island of Aruba today. And we're going to give you a reading for the month of December. Let's see what December has in store for us. I use tarot cards to help me focus my intuition. Draw 4 cards at first just to see what's going on at the beginning of the month, and then we move on into the end of the month. And it says we even have the death card, which I want to talk to you about because it doesn't mean physical death at all, even though it usually is like the Grim Reaper here. The death card is actually transformation, and it's transformation that's happening to us instead of us doing it ourselves. So there's going to be some transformation at the beginning of the month, and it means change. And it says that it's going to help us to focus, and we are going to have some decisions to make because the card of the Lovers comes up, which is a card of actually decisions instead of being about a relationship. It's about making decisions and choices. And it says, listen to the choices by how it feels. It says we have the strength to move forward and learn from our mistakes and the past, okay? So that's the beginning of the month. It looks really good. And it's gonna get more comfortable as we move into the middle of the month. And we're gonna come into a new plateau of learning about ourselves and not worrying so much, especially about family issues and expansion of the family. So it's interesting that that comes up in the time of December, which is time usually we get together for the holidays. Whether you're celebrating Hanukkah or Christmas or Christmaka, anything. As long as you are focusing on not worrying about the family and having fun, there's pleasure here after the family and expansion card. So we want to have fun. And there's wealth through communication. So this is the wealth card, and it actually has the symbol of Mercury at the top, which means there's wealth through communication coming in around that, and the Wheel of Fortune. So what this means is we have decisions and choices to make about how we're going to spend time with our loved ones during the holidays. So we want to make decisions and choices by how it feels. If it feels good for us, it is. Don't second guess it. That's the decision to make. If it feels bad or indifferent, then you're allowed to step back and look at the big picture and find out what you really want, what feels better. So are we going to get together with family? Are we going to have a Zoom meeting with family? Are we going to be able to travel? Those are all decisions and choices that we will be faced with in the month of December. So, and making a choice, making a decision is very powerful. Whether it's to go or stay or do this or do that, making a decision is power. So you want to make a decision that feels good, and then it will be good for everybody, not just for ourselves. So it really says that there is an opportunity here to communicate better with our families, and there's much love to be shared because the love card comes up here. And it even says that there's going to be a sudden change in plans by the end of the month that will bring in our hopes and dreams. This is the Star. It means seeing our hopes and dreams. And the card right before it is the Tower, which is sudden change in plans. So there's going to be a sudden change in plans by the end of December, and we're going to see our hopes and dreams come true. And that's great. And that's a great way I'd like to end this reading, because once we're in December, we have January 1st, which is the new year, and we'll start looking at resolutions and finding things that we want to work on in the next year. So this is great. December is going to be wonderful. Make a decision, stick to it, and make that decision by how it feels, not by what you think. And you'll always be right if you listen to your heart. And I just want to show you this picture here of the Dibby Dibby tree. The Dibby Dibby tree is only in the Caribbean, only seen in the Caribbean. And it's a tree that is all gnarly, and it's moving over this side, like leaning. And what happens with the Dibby Dibby tree is it decides that it's gonna go with the flow. It's deciding that it's easier to go with the flow and it feels better, which is what we're talking about here in the reading for December. Go with what feels best. And what the Dibby Dibby tree teaches us is that it goes with the flow, even though it's all gnarled and moving, almost leaning to one side, always leaning to one side. That's the side that the trade winds are on. That it's easier for the tree to grow that way because there's trade winds here in Aruba. So be like the Jibby Jibby tree and do what feels good and easy and have fun. I'm Rick Finbow. PsychicRick.com is my website. Check out all my offerings, and I also offer gift certificates for readings. So check that out. Have a wonderful month of December.